This is Stephen with the weekly show. Now, this show is all about you. It's about the questions that you have about BeLive, and we've got a new feature to show you, and I'm going to bring that feature on screen. It's available right now. You'll find it in widgets, and it's a countdown clock. Now, I'm going to start the countdown clock, and that gives you 30 seconds from now. Now you can still hear me and I can still talk over the countdown clock, but basically, as you can see, possibly see, is you can actually set the time, and you can set the time in seconds, in minutes and seconds, or in hours if you like, and you just press start. It comes up on screen, fills the screen, and it counts down to 0. And when it gets to 0, it disappears magically off the screen. So that's the countdown clock, and you can use it in your broadcast starting from today. You'll find it in widgets. Just click and it's on. Set the time you want it for, and then press start. So widgets on, time you want it for, press start. And it's a countdown clock at the beginning of your broadcast. We know that there's different connection times for Facebook and YouTube, so it's quite handy to have at least a 30-second countdown at the start of your show. But you can bring that on also as a timer. And if you're in a quiz and you want to give people 60 seconds or 2 minutes to answer a question, then you can put the countdown timer on the screen and it will count down the time that people have got to answer. So it's simple and straightforward. Now, I'm sat at slight angle today because a question was asked by Bosco, and I'll come to your comments in a moment. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. A question was asked by Bosco, and the question was, how can I have 3 cameras? He's got a situation where he's in Qatar, which is where the World Cup is in 2022. And thank you for your comments. I'll take a look in a moment. You see why I can't see the comments at the moment. He wants to have 3 cameras. One will be a DSLR camera. The second will be his laptop camera, and the third will be a mobile camera. So I'm about to show you, as I go off full screen, that there are actually, I'll say hello to Yourinda and hello to Warminster. Are you ready for this? We actually have 3 cameras on screen. Okay. Now the first, let's just describe what they are. Top left is just me, and I'm on the Brio, Logitech Brio camera. To my right is my mobile phone, and my mobile phone is pointing that way so I can look at the camera. Okay, and then at the bottom of the screen is the desktop camera that's in my it's in my machine. It's in the Microsoft Surface Book 2. So that's the camera I'm looking at, and I can bring each camera solo and talk to the camera. I can switch camera. Okay, so now I'm on the mobile camera and would have to look at the mobile camera, and I'm not used to mobile, and you can probably tell that. I prefer a desktop camera any day. And then, of course, we've got the other camera, which is the one in the Surface Book 2. And you can see my soft light in the background. You can see the green screen. This is the setup that brings about everything. And I'll come to comments in a minute because I want to switch everything off before I actually take any comments. So going back to the 4 of us on screen, 4 items on screen, I'm on the external camera on the Logitech Brio and the blue background. The second feed below me is from my desktop camera. I could substitute a DSLR camera for that quite easily. So you could have those 2 cameras, and then the third camera comes in, and the third cameras actually come in via AirDroid. So there is no sound other than from this one. I switched the sound off on the other two, so hopefully the sound is okay. And I'm going to find out in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'll probably do this at the end of the show, but for the moment I'm going to hide that. Okay, I'm going to hide that. I'm going to come back to me. Okay, so we're back to normal now. I'm going to move the camera so it's not in my way. So the mobile has gone down there, and now I'm back. Okay, so things are back to normal now, but I just thought I'd show you that. Now I will be making a video about using multiple cameras, and that video will be available from tomorrow, showing you how to do it, how to bring 4 cameras, 3 cameras onto screen easily. So let's catch up. And okay. Oh no, this is going to be a regular thing, isn't it? I'm going to get used to this, Sebastian. Okay, thank you, Sebastian. Over to Corinda, who's just saying, playing, hey, Stephen, thank you. And over to, over to Warminster Town Football Club, saying good afternoon. And it's nice to see you, sir. And over to Corinda is saying yes. And Corinda is saying, I may have got this all wrong. Leunda is Delia top. I don't know. Yeah, there is no echo. I worked that one out. I was getting echo, but I switched the microphone off on the second feed, and that worked okay. So there's only one microphone coming through. There are new features of VCam. I'll come back to that in a minute, if I may. And over to Sebastian. No, right, okay. I did think about, I've got to be honest about this. I thought, shall I put the third camera in the office, or do I put it and do a chicken cam and watch the chickens at the bottom of the garden? But it's raining at the moment, so there's no way I'm going outside with the camera. That's why you got 3 of me. And Warminster, sounds good. Thank you. And back to Corinda. Yes, Sebastian. Okay. Everybody knows everybody. And over to Sebastian again. Facebook captions are crap. YouTube captions are a lot better. I agree. Which is why it's a good reason sometimes to actually simulcast Facebook, YouTube. You've got the captions are then on YouTube. You download them, upload them to Facebook, and you've got better captions on your video. I mean, Facebook has the ability to import an SRT file. Google, YouTube, you can export the SRT file and you can bring it in. Of course, the other factor in this, Sebastian, is an accent, and I do have an accent. Okay, now, if you type in a comment like this, right, okay, from Amir. Hello, Amir, nice to see you. On my last broadcast, I clicked the start button. It didn't start the live show to our FP page. I saw a sign turning and turning on the button. Nothing happened. I tried another 2 times and it started. That created a new post on Facebook, which caused big confusion anytime what happened. I did 8 live shows and it never happened, thanks. 99% of the time, there isn't going to be a problem with a live broadcast. But the technology that we're talking about is well, it's just magical that it actually works from my point of view. Occasionally, there are going to be problems. If there's a problem on Facebook, then you won't be able to go live. And it's simple as that. What happens is it's just, I mean, your signal goes to BeLive, BeLive goes to Facebook and YouTube. And occasionally what I would do in relation to that is to contact support after your broadcast, give them a link to the broadcast, let them have a look what happened. Because I can second guess, but the only thing I do know that if I second guess what happened, I'm going to be wrong. If you can't go live within 10 minutes, then it will create a new Facebook broadcast because the old one has disappeared. Facebook clears the decks after 10 minutes. If you don't go live, Facebook deletes the post, so you can't go live to the post. So BeLive create a new post so you can go live. I think that fail-safe mechanism is good. I don't know. The best advice I can give is to actually contact BeLive after your broadcast with all the details. They can trace it. They can trace every single broadcast, and they can tell what happened during the broadcast. And you can tell if you had problems getting started. They can see what those problems are. If you do have a problem, please report it. It does help in diagnostics, in making sure that future broadcasts don't suffer the same problem. We've got to remember, though, this is not TV. It's getting close, but it's not TV yet. And occasionally we're going to get the glitches. When you get a glitch, don't panic. Just start another broadcast. That's it. I mean, it happens. It happened to me last week. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. And we just started another broadcast. Carry on regardless is the best advice. And say hello to, thank you for the question, Amir. Dave, is there any way for us to get the host chat to be linkable content? My guest sent me hyperlinks and there's nowhere to click on them. Right, okay, there is a way around this, Dave. In your BeLive studio, there is a live selling option. If you ask BeLive for the live selling option, they will switch it on. Mention me, say Stephen said, mention me, and they will switch the live selling option on. Once they do that, and I'm going to go over to live selling as I speak now, then every time when you're doing a live selling, I'm going to bring my friend up on screen just a minute. I'll explain it to you if I can. And my friend is going to arrive now. Okay, I'm going to put it up on screen. I'm going to take comment off for a moment. Take me off full screen. And there's my friend. And you can see if I change formats, I need to change screen formats. Just give me a second. Change the theme. Okay. Live selling, Dave, gives you the opportunity to put up an image. You don't want the price, you can forget the price, you can just leave it as free. And you can put up a title and description, but you can also put up a link. And every time, if I was broadcasting to my page, every time I bring that picture on screen, a link is posted into the comments, a clickable link, unless you happen to be on an iPhone. iPhones and links seem to have problems. But if you're people watching on a desktop or an Android, then when you bring this picture on screen, you'll drop a link. Now, I do have how to do live selling on my YouTube course on Udemy, all about BeLive. I'll post a link afterwards so you can go and take a look at how it works. It's simple and straightforward. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the picture on screen. That's it. Okay, so I'll give you full instructions on how to do it. I made one earlier, and you'll be able to post links into the live comments during your broadcast. And every time you bring the picture on screen, it will drop a live comment. Now, it's not dropping a comment now because I'm broadcasting in a group. It has to be a page. Yeah, and you can set up the picture, title, description, and the link. So if your guest gives you some links, go to live selling, create a catalog, put the items in with a picture, title, description, and a link. And then when you bring them on screen, that will do it. So you can say goodbye to the robot and come back to me. Hopefully, Dave, let's bring the question up on screen again. Okay. You don't need to, basically just use the method I just described and that will work every time. Okay, on with more comments. Oh, wow, just a minute. Oh, it sort of worked. I can't. Oh, this is good. Thank you for all the comments, people. Let me try and catch up. Okay, and Corinda, thank you, Corinda. Corinda's saying, I don't get them, I turn them off. Fair enough, I understand that. I understand. we don't need captions on every single broadcast. So on to the next question, and I'm just going to switch something off. Okay, that's that switched off. Okay, and I'm going to switch that off too, and I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, so Sebastian, nobody knows me, everybody knows Stephen. I'm going to cry. You don't need to cry, we all know you. Everybody in the group knows you. You know. Right, okay. Right, now we have a comment. I don't know your name and I can't see a picture. I'll show you how to correct that after this broadcast. All you need to do is click one link and you'll be back. Can I broadcast on more than 2 media at the same time? At the moment, we can broadcast on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. That's as it is at the moment. You can go 2 Facebooks or a Facebook and a YouTube. You can't go to, yeah, so that's what you can do. I've no personal knowledge of what's happening, but I do know that it's BeLive's birthday later this month. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Okay, but at the moment I've got to say Facebook and YouTube. If you do want to go to more, then you could actually share this screen over into Restream and go out from Restream as well. Technically that's possible. I've done that. Looking good and happy Tuesday to you. Thank you. Very kind of you. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, there you are, Sebastian. Corinda knows you. Okay, and Sebastian is right. Okay, it's very early in the morning in Melbourne. I'm just saying. Right. Okay. And thank you, Alan. Nice to meet you. I know who you are now. And Corinda's saying only 2 of the systems do that, one of which is Restream. I don't know what the other one is. And so next comment is Corinda saying true. And the next comment after that is, what mic setup would you recommend to stream a panel session with 3 to 4 guests on one DSLR camera? Right, okay, this is one of those occasions where I do not know the answer. I'm going to say I don't. So you're going to have one DSLR, that microphone. I don't know. I will check afterwards. I'll also let you know how I can see your name and image and show them on screen. I know. Yes, I don't know. I will ask. Is the answer to that one. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying chat. And over to Corinda again. Very busy day today. And if you go to BeLive TV, it's under live. Okay, thank you, Corinda. All right, okay. I told you it was early in Australia. So let's go over to Amir. You're most welcome, Amir. And over to Corinda. Emergency services in the USA. Okay, that's 9/11, yeah. And Corinda, again, Corinda is saying best one is a pocket mic and a C920. Okay, yeah, the Pole Mic C920, but they're coming through on a DSLR camera, so we need to have an alternate way of doing it. I mean, the only thing I can say is the best way to find out anything is to go into your BeLive studio and test. It doesn't cost a penny because you already got it. Go into the studio, get 2-3 people in the same room, set the destination to test broadcast and just test it. And that will do a recording which you can play back afterwards. When I was doing the 3 cameras at the beginning of the show, I did 2 test recordings. The first one I couldn't show to anybody ever. And the second one, I managed to get rid of the echo and everything, and it worked. So testing works well, especially on a where you're actually doing something new. Just come into the studio and run a test. It's the easiest way to do it because you can watch recording afterwards. You get other people's opinion. You could All sorts of things are possible if you test. Right, this is what I was talking about earlier, and hopefully it's come through. There we are. I think this is from YouTube. When I brought the picture of the bot up on stage, it posted the link on YouTube. Okay, so bringing a live selling image up on screen posts a link on Facebook and on YouTube, which is clickable. Yeah, I'm glad to be able to show you working. Okay, and Corinda, hang on, I've got to try. Okay, well, all right. Okay, so that was the bots for broadcasters. I just need to move something. Something's messing up my desk. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to move that out of the way so I can actually see what's going on. And yes, it was a bot, Corinda, a bot that I built, and $9.99 is the price of the course. It's a real course. I mean, that wasn't. If I bring it back up on screen, that is a real course. It's called Bots for Broadcasters. It's on Udemy. It's normally $59.99, but if you click that link, you get it for $9.99. Simple. Okay, so I'll hide that again and come back to me, and I'll try and keep up with the comments here. And it's not working. Current. Yeah, there is Sebastian. Okay, over to Corinda. C920 is a Logitech camera which Stephen and I use, and a mic, a pocket mic. I've upgraded. I used to have a lapel mic. I do courses on Udemy, and they said you need this lapel mic. It was a sharp lapel mic. Used to wear it, and it worked wonders because they recommended it. Now I've got an Audio Technica AT2100 as my microphone. And Dave is saying, thanks, you are most welcome. And say hello to my good friend, Fons Chamberlain. And I'm reading comments from 12 minutes ago. All right, Fons and I had great fun yesterday. We were on our very own show, which is called Broadcasting to Our Community. And we played a quiz, and we had good fun with our friends, including Corinda. Corinda was there, Kelly was there, and so was Peter. And over to Sherry. Good afternoon, Sherry. Nice to see you. And Sherry's saying, I'm having a very good week. Yes, for the last 2 weeks, we've had scaffolding around the house whilst they put a new roof on the house because it was starting to leak, and that wasn't good because the water. Well, anyway, we needed a new roof, so we've got scaffolding all around the house. So we've had scaffolders and roofers, and for 2 weeks I've been broadcasting with them actually working on the roof. And because I use Crisp, nobody heard them. I could hear them banging away in the background, but I'm good because of Crisp. So I want to thank Crisp. And in fact, I'm going to do a little short video as a thank you to Crisp. And over to Corinda. Yay, Mr. Fons here. So Fons and Corinda do know each other very, very well. And that's Facebook user is Alan. Thank you. Thank you, Corinda. How do you stream no, right, okay. To schedule the stream to YouTube, you just need to connect your YouTube account to BeLive. You need to have a verified account. You need to have permission to broadcast live. When you ask for permission to broadcast live, it takes 24 hours. There's no way around that. And I'll put the links in afterwards to actually do that. But to actually broadcast live, you need permissions, and those permissions take 24 hours. Once you've got those permissions, then you link YouTube to your Facebook account. Simple to do. Once you've got that done, you're done and dusted. Because then to go live on YouTube, forget about stream keys, forget about anything like that, go near them. With BeLive, you just go, I want to broadcast to YouTube. This is when I want to broadcast. This is my image. This is my title, my description. And then you press save. And the scheduled broadcast is created on YouTube. And you can go as far in advance as you want. You can go 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months. That scheduled broadcast stays in your studio. When it's time to go live, You just select the scheduled broadcast that you want and press go live. You don't see the stream keys. This is, I mean, it's on OBS and vMix and all software like that. You need to know stream keys. You need to know how to use them. With BeLive, you don't. It takes away all the hassle. I was going to say, I can say hassle. The hassle of stream keys. You don't need them. BeLive takes care of that. Okay, and on to the next comment. Oh, and Francis, thank you. It's nice to meet you. I will find out about the microphone, but as I said, do test, and let's see what we can do. Right, okay. And there's my bots again, because I brought the picture up twice. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying it's already there on BeLive. If you go in dashboards next to Facebook icon, there's YouTube under it, schedule it, and there you are. Thank you, and hello, Ryan. Okay, and thank you, Corinda. And the next question, Corinda, that option allows for the schedule to start within BeLive. It does not create a shareable link for viewers. Right, okay. Since mid-September, we've had what can best be described as horrendous problems with Facebook. If you schedule to YouTube, nothing's changed. The link that's shown in my broadcasts on BeLive is the correct link to YouTube. That's not changed at all. But a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, Facebook decided they were going to change the way that they created the posts on Facebook. They used to create two posts. The first one was a promotional post, and the second one was the one with the live video. That's the one you could cross-post and share everywhere. Facebook decided to stop creating that second post, so they now only create one post. That's the promotional post. And I've written 2 blogs about it, which I'll post links to afterwards. But at the moment, when you share that only post you can share, when you go live, people are directed back to the original post. Okay, that's what I can say. But last week, Facebook made a change where you can actually go into Creator Studio and you can take that Facebook first post and you can edit it. Not only can you edit it, you can cross-post it to other pages. So your original video, which has just got one post, can be cross-posted to other pages that you've got arrangements with. When you go live, that post on the cross-post pages is replaced by the video. So you go live on your page, you get a video. Cross-post wake up, you get the live video on the pages as well. All of that is explained in another blog, and I'll post a link afterwards. But Facebook, if you're listening, the problem that we do have at the moment, and this is a major one, the temptation is, because we're only getting one post, is to edit it. If you edit it, then it goes up in a puff of smoke. It disappears, it gets deleted, and you can't get it back. If you edit the post at the moment, the scheduled post on Facebook, it disappears, it gets deleted. Do not edit that first post. The good news is that if you do edit and delete it by accident, your broadcast will still go ahead. Okay. Now, this left BeLive with a problem and left other software houses with a problem too. You can't actually tell people what the second link is until you go live. So if you'd gone to my broadcasts on BeLive, the link wouldn't work. It wouldn't go anywhere. You get a 404, you get a page not found. So what BeLive do at the moment is they very simply put a link before you go live. The link is to your page. As soon as you go live, it changes to the correct link. Again, it's in the blog. It's all explained. But yeah, Facebook scheduling has been interesting for the last 3 weeks. But if they could make one change, it would be to make that first post editable. Stop it disappearing. Okay, but we can cross-post it. And on to the next one. And looking to share YouTube link beforehand with viewers, you can. YouTube link is correct. you can share that at any time. It does create, as soon as you schedule a post, it creates a video on YouTube. If you go to my broadcasts, my profile, my broadcasts, you'll see the link. Yeah, before you go live. Again, I've got a video about that. I will post a link afterwards. And the next comment coming in, can I subtitle my live? In an ideal world, we would have to, we'd have live subtitles. Now, if you go live on Facebook, then Facebook switch them on and they're there. Okay, and if you go through via BeLive, then captions will be switched on. There aren't expensive ways of doing it, and I'm talking expensive. Live captioning of a broadcast is expensive. If you go outside Facebook and YouTube, you start paying money. If it's a very important show and you're actually getting paid for doing it, then there are options. I'll point you in the right direction afterwards. What I do after this broadcast is I actually go through all the comments and I answer them individually. So you will get an individual personal answer afterwards. Okay, and over to Sebastian. I'm trying to keep up with the comments here. Thank you for all the comments. Right, and okay, Sebastian is going live in 30 minutes. If you want to drop a link, Sebastian, please do. I'm trying to find out. I'm losing things here. They're so busy. And over to, oh wow, over to Corinda. Thank you for all these comments. Corinda is saying correct. Corinda again. Invite me. Right. Okay. Hope that's to Sebastian. And back to Facebook user again. Can I also background why on live on Facebook? You can have. I'm just going to go to. This is what I look like normally. Okay. Okay, this is my green screen behind me. You've seen the soft lights beside me, and I use a piece of software called XSplit VCam. And as soon as I go and select a background, then the background will change. Okay, and I can have any background that I want. Okay, this is Hoppenheim in Germany. So I can change backgrounds. I'm using XSplit VCam. It costs $40, and you download it. BeLive sees it as a virtual camera, and you can then change your backgrounds anytime during your broadcast. I'd love to say something, but I'm not going to. I'm going to bite my tongue for a moment. Watch this show for the next couple of weeks. But I'm using XSplit VCam. Bought it in 2019. I use it in every show. It's come on leaps and bounds. It works well because I've got the actual green screen you've just seen, and I've got the side lights as well, the soft boxes. If you want a good picture, then you just need your camera. If you want a perfect picture, you really do need to have a green screen and side lights. It's a difference between good and perfect. And it doesn't matter what the software is. If you've not got those two, it won't be perfect. What you will get, and I'm carrying on to the next comment. Right, I'm going to leave that on the screen for a second. BeLive support is fantastic. I'll pass that on as well. In fact, I'll take a clip of that. Thank you for your comment. And over to, can broadcast via Zoom too? Zoom broadcasts in its own right. You can screen share your Zoom screen into BeLive, although I know that there might be complications with that. I tend to be the KISS principle, which is keep it simple. And I mean, you can have 4 people on screen with BeLive at the moment. Bringing Zoom in, you can screen share, although I do think there's some technical problems to be overcome with that. I'll find out more information for you and I'll get back to you. If not today, then I'll get back to you tomorrow. Zoom works on its own, but it's not BeLive. It doesn't have all the features that BeLive has. I'm about to redo the video about why BeLive. I'll do it. That'll be out this week. Amity, hello, and with BeLive, no, but if you have paid Zoom, you can broadcast out. And thank you, Corinda. And yes, right, okay, now, long question, so forgive me. I have a question. Why does BeLive require to have access to your Facebook and YouTube so they can delete whatever they want in order to use BeLive? It was not there before COVID. Right, okay, I can't gainsay you, I'm not going to. Basically, there's conditions that BeLive asks you to accept are the ones that Facebook put there. Facebook and YouTube have their own set. BeLive don't decide the permissions. It's a standard set of permissions on both Facebook and YouTube. If Facebook or YouTube change their standard permissions, then it's done. There is no way. I can only say this from experience after 1,400 live broadcasts on BeLive. BeLive have never ever deleted a broadcast I've done to Facebook or YouTube. Having the ability to and doing something are two different things. BeLive would never delete a Facebook or YouTube video. It's just not good practice. So whilst the permission is there, it's there because it's a standard permission, and it's because it's a standard Facebook or YouTube permission. Developers can't pick and choose which facilities they have access to. It's a screed actually put together by YouTube or Facebook. Yeah. BeLive have not gone and said, we want the ability to delete your video. Yeah. It's just that being able to create a video, being able to edit a video and be able to post and delete a video are all part of the same setup. Okay. That's my best answer at the moment. I will actually see if I can find out more. And Corinda's saying it's a good question. Lashanda, nice to good to meet you. But as I said, BeLive never, in my experience, or I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years now. In my experience, I've never deleted anything, and wouldn't. And Corinda is saying correct. And Fonzie is saying he's back. Well, from my side of the screen, you never went away. So thank you, and thank you to everybody who's watching live. There's nothing like live. And oh right, okay. Facebook user was playing up. Okay, let's go on. More comments. Oh wow. Welcome back to you. Oh, thank you, Corinda. And Corinda, not for me, Fonz. Okay, so it's okay. Nick Wood, and Nick is saying to Sebastian, good luck with your live broadcast. I wish you good luck as well. Have a good show. In fact, when this finishes, Sebastian is live, and hopefully he'll drop a link to his broadcast so that we can all go and watch. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, and I'm just waiting. I haven't pressed the button yet. I'm trying to keep up here. Corinda is saying, oh, that's the XSplit VCAM link. Thank you, Corinda. And Corinda is saying hello to Nick. We're all one big family. And then we've got another comment. And the other comment is, thanks for answering all my questions. Impressive. Well, thank you. Thank you. I've got to be honest here. I actually live live video. I enjoy. I have nothing more I enjoy than coming here on Tuesday at 12 o'clock and answering questions. If I don't know the answer, I can find out. But if you ask the questions, then I'll do my best to answer them. But time for a change of background. Where shall we go now? And I'm looking for a particular background, so forgive me. Oh, I'll use this one first. This is where I live. Well, no, I actually live 20 miles away from Stonehenge in Wiltshire in England. And we've been helped greatly by someone else today, and I'm looking for a picture. If I haven't got it yet, yes, got it. I want to say thank you to Corinda for helping today. This picture is Corinda's picture. This is Staines in Middlesex, and if you don't know Staines, if you've ever been to Heathrow Airport, you have flown over Staines. Heathrow Airport is next to Staines, and I'm trying to find where I am in the comments. Right, so that's the XSplit. Right, Okay, and to Nick. I looked at having Zoom as a screen share for having over 4 guests. It didn't work for a few reasons, mainly the audio delay. I can see why, because there is a delay between the processing on Zoom and the processing on BeLive. It's worth an experiment. Test it first, see if it works, and if you're lucky, it will. But when you've got more than one system involved, it gets more complicated. Over to Sherry. And thank you, Nick. Sherry is saying, Stephen Healy's amazing wealth of information. Love watching. I learn something new every day. Thank you, Sherry. So kind. And over to, hello, Michael. Michael Smith, waiting on the answer to this. The EU or something else? All right, okay. Right, I may have missed comments. I will go back through them all afterwards. My apologies if I do. Is it possible to play sound from a clip when it's not on screen while the image is up? Right, you've got a video clip, but is it possible to play sound from a clip when it's not on screen while an image is up? Right, okay. Yes. If you can't add the sound to the video, okay, for whatever reason, then you can bring the video up on screen and then open a separate Chrome tab, drag and drop the MP3 file to the Chrome tab, share the Chrome tab, and you can then bring it up on screen. It won't show anything because you've turned the camera off, and it will play. Takes a bit of practice. So screen share the MP3, bring it up on screen, switch off the camera is the short answer. Again, I come back to every single comment that's made during the live broadcast, and if I've missed a comment, my apologies. I will get to it after the broadcast, but hopefully with the full answer. And Michael says waiting for something. Okay, and I'm just going to flick back a minute. I may have missed it, Michael. If you could type it again, because we are right. And Corinda's agreeing with Nick. And over to Corinda again. Thank you, Corinda. And Corinda is saying depends on the audio, Ryan. And Ryan, thank you. And can I change my background while live on my Facebook? Yeah, hopefully I've just answered that. You can change the background anytime. You need to have software to do it, but you can change your background anytime you like. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to one I made earlier because these are a bit too busy. Just checking, just give me a second. That's what I want, the right one, you know how. Right, okay. Right, okay, so I'm back to this now. So yeah, you can change it. You can't change, you need additional software at the moment to actually change it, but you can change it. And over to Nick. And Nick is saying, yes, Staines. And Nick grew up in Raspberry. And can I broadcast via Zoom? I'm not sure what you want to do with Zoom. We generally speaking, vast majority of people who use BeLive just use BeLive. Can I broadcast via Zoom too? Well, you're going to get a problem. I'll check out for you, but it's basically Zoom and BeLive are two separate systems, and as soon as you get two separate systems involved, as Nick said, you're going to get synchronization problems. With the best will in the world, you'll get synchronization problems. Can you tell me, just to sort of explain, can you tell me why you want to broadcast via Zoom? Yeah, you can cross post on Facebook, correct, Corinda? And Corinda again. After lockdown, let's meet up, Nick, and we can have a studio. We can do our studio together. Networking, I love it. So Nick and Corinda could well get together and do a broadcast, which would be good. Waiting for the answer you've just given. Oh, right, okay, fine. Oh, right, I'm with you now. Right, okay. Lights bulb's gone on. Thank you, Michael. Okay, and over to yeah, you can disable the video. Yeah, you can disable the video. You can either disable, yeah, you can. Question to that is yes. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, yep, you answered it. Okay, and Sebastian is getting, Sebastian's 14 minutes. Sebastian's just confirming that at the moment the background can only be changed via a third-party tool. If you're on Windows 10, it's XSplit VCam. If you're on a Mac, you can use OBS or SparkOCam. Those are the main two. You can use Manycam. There are various options. I've been using XSplit VCam for best part 18 months, and that's why I recommend it. But thank you for confirming that, Corinda and Sebastian. So the background can only be changed via a third-party tool, not an inbuilt option. Right, okay. Over to Corinda. Oh, right, okay. You may have seen a comment from Fons earlier. Fons and I own a radio station to which Corinda's just posted a link. The radio station is called UWR, United World Radio. And we play music 24/7. But in addition to playing music, we actually also play podcasts. And the recording of the show that Fons and I did yesterday was played on the radio this morning. Because with BeLive, we can download the MP3. I downloaded the MP3, sent it to Fons. Fons put it on the radio station. It played this morning. And this is an open offer. Thank you for mentioning it, Corinda. If you have a chat show on BeLive and you're getting MP3s, you've got choices. And one of the choices is you can send the MP3 to myself or Fons, and we'll put it on the radio. Simple as. You don't need to do anything to it, no editing. We'll take it raw, and you can have your own show on the radio. I'll put a link in for that. The second thing is I've always dreamed of actually having my own music show. If you want to play DJ with your music collection, you can record a 30-minute show where you introduce the records. You know where I'm going with this, and you can play the music, and then you can send us the resulting MP3, and we'll play that on the station too. So please do send us your podcasts, send us your music recordings, and we will play them on the station. Free. Over to Corinda. And Corinda's saying, yes, every software is the best. And Corinda's saying, Ecamm, yeah, Ecam's a possibility. When Brigetti then Banda and I broadcast together, for Mac, we used to recommend Ecamm, okay? Because when we were doing it, and we've got to go back 9 months now, Ecamm was a one-off payment for life. So you could buy it for like $69 lifetime payment. Ecamm has now changed to a subscription model, and you need to pay upwards of $15 a month. Now, it's up to you to decide, but if you want to have a green screen and you're on Mac, your choices are Ecamm, $15 a month, OBS, virtual camera, which is free. So that's just saying things change. And Nick is saying he loves that idea, Corinda. So the two of you may all get together to do a broadcast. That's good. And Fons Chamberlain, Steve Neely, you leave that thought with us. I'll have a word. We'll have a chat about that, Corinda. But thank you for your kind offer. And I said, Jonas, for the radio. Thank you. That's it. The radio system is just something that we enjoy doing. And as I say, it's a free offer. We're not. Okay. And that was Corinda. Oh, no. Just to update things, OBS has had a virtual camera for Windows for quite a while. In May this year, somebody wrote a virtual camera for Mac. and you can now get an OBS virtual camera for Mac for free. And you just download it from the website, install it, and you've got a virtual camera using OBS on your Mac. So that's changed this year, Corinda, and it changed back in May. The thing I love about live video, it's always changing. There are always challenges with live video, and there's always something going on. And it's my pleasure to actually be live in the group, taking your questions. I hopefully kept up. If I've missed a question today, then, as I say, I go through all the comments after the show, and I'll answer every single comment that's been made. This is my favorite show of the week. I get to answer questions, and if I don't know the answer, I can find out. So I will find out about using the DSLR camera and the mic for 3 or 4 guests. Although, as I said, the best thing to actually do is just to test it. I will be, Corinda. So much change, can't keep up. Corinda's saying so much has changed, can't keep up. It is difficult keeping up, but it's exciting as well. And the things that we can do now, I mean, if you go back 4 years, we wouldn't have dreamt that we could go live in high definition on Facebook and YouTube. We wouldn't have dreamt that we can show YouTube videos while we're live. We wouldn't have dreamt that we can screen share audio and video. Right, just a reminder, as you've just joined me, I'm just taking a breather for 30 seconds, but I'm going to do that. There is now on BeLive a countdown, and I'm just going to count 30 seconds. So I'm still here. You can talk over the countdown, but it's available in your studio now. You'll find it under widgets. The only thing you have to set is the time that you want it to run for, and it can run from 30 seconds up, and when it's finished, it disappears. Now, there are many uses for this. We know that it's a good idea to have a countdown at the beginning of a broadcast because people are still coming in. The second reason for having a countdown at the beginning of your broadcast is because you're connecting to 2 different destinations, to Facebook and YouTube, and connection times are different. So you don't know when to start speaking. If you run a 30-second countdown clock and start speaking on the 30 seconds, then everybody's going to hear your first words. Yeah. And the third reason is it gives you 30 seconds to take a breather. Okay. Now, as you've seen, I can run that countdown clock during the show, which gives rise to thoughts about how else you can use it. And as was suggested in the blog today, which is in the Belivers group, you can go and have a read of it after. You can actually use this as a timer at any time. If you're doing a quiz and the quiz has got 8 questions and you say, right, you have 2 minutes to answer, you put the countdown clock on, it does the 2 minutes, and then that's it. If you're running a live selling show and you say, right, you have 5 minutes to order this, you put the clock on the screen, people can order during the 5 minutes, and when the countdown clock is finished, you're on to the next item. So, countdown clock at the beginning of the show. It's a timer during the show if you're doing a quiz. It's a timer during the show if you're doing live selling. It's in your studio now. It's in widgets. You just need to click it on, set the time, press start. As you've just seen, it stops automatically. Back to the comments. Oh, right. Okay, we've gone a long way. Corinda was saying, so much change you can't keep up. It's always a challenge, Corinda. 5 days live. We'll be back in November, I think. I'll say hello to Grant. Grant, good to see you. Okay, yeah, you've got a countdown clock now, or a timer, however you want to use it. It's only a visual countdown. You could play music. It is just visual. Just a point on that. Everything has to start somewhere. The clock at the moment shows on screen for the time you want it to. You're not on screen, it's just the clock's full screen. It's in English. And there was a comment today in Belivers about that's not my language, and that's a fair comment. And all I can say is the BeLive developers do watch every post in the Belivers group, and it was seen that you would like it in other languages. So watch their space. They do listen. So there's no music. Okay, and Corinda's saying that's nice. Very good. And Corinda, question. It's everyone's got it. It's in your studio now. It's good. And out to Grant. Right. Okay. This. Right. Everything starts somewhere. It's those colours. I dare say down the road, they've got the code now. It works. I've tested it. You've seen it. So they can change the language. You can change the colours, but not yet. So it'll probably go on a wish list, and I'll certainly make sure the team know about it after this broadcast. Thank you, Grant. And Corinne's saying hello to Grant. Okay, now Facebook user, I will give you a link afterwards so that next time you can actually have your picture and name on screen. Is there good advice for YouTube videos? My exercise, they're slow and have some issues, and videos uploaded and have that issue, though internet speed is good. Right, okay, I'll have a chat with you afterwards. Nick Wood and I have a show on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is all about YouTube. If you want to join us, if you can join us next Monday to talk about it, that would be brilliant. So please do join us and tell us, and we can actually discuss it live on air. If you'd rather not be live on air, that's not a problem. Then we can discuss it after this. And from Facebook user, I've got hello, Stephen. Hello. I'll see who you are afterwards. And thank you, Corinda. Corinda's done a sterling job today. Hello, Mark. And YouTube videos seem to be slow. Are there fixes on the way? I've not had a problem broadcasting to YouTube. So I need to talk to you about it. The signal that goes out to Facebook is the same one that goes to YouTube and vice versa. There is, right, okay, might understand here. Right, okay. Let's just take a step back and I will catch up. I'm going to leave that as a marker. When you say slow, I might be misinterpreting. I'm sat at my desktop now. And if I put my hand up, it will take 20 seconds for you to see that, because the signal goes from your desktop, it goes to BeLive servers and is processed. It goes from BeLive servers to YouTube. YouTube process it and show it on YouTube. There is a 20-second delay because of the processing, and there is nothing can be done about that, because the video has got to go from you to the BeLive servers, be processed, and if you've got 4 people on screen, it's got to process four videos and knit those 4 videos in one and send them back to you, and then it sends it to YouTube. So it's a complicated process which we see nothing of. We just invite friends on screen, go live and on YouTube. What's going on behind the scenes is quite complex, and BeLive make it so easy for us. But there is going to be always a delay between what's on your screen and what's on Facebook and YouTube because of the processing, which is why you should never, ever watch yourself on Facebook or YouTube whilst you're live. There are 2 reasons for that. One, I'll come back to the comments. The first reason you should never do that is because of the 20-second delay, because you're watching yourself 20 seconds ago. The second reason you shouldn't do that, watch yourself whilst you're live, is because you're using your internet. You're using your internet to download what you can already see in front of you. You're actually lowering the internet signal which is available to your broadcast. The bandwidth is being halved because you're watching the broadcast at the same time. Never ever watch yourself on Facebook and YouTube whilst you're live. Your internet will be halved. The other reason is, besides that, it affects your internet. The other thing is that if you are watching yourself on Facebook and YouTube, you're not actually concentrating. The third thing about that is if you are watching a video whilst you're broadcasting, you're using your computer's resources at the same time. Your computer will run slower. So never, ever watch yourself live. Okay, hopefully that made the point. If you want to discuss it afterwards, we can. And over to Grant. And Grant is saying, whoop, hello. I think that was in relation to the countdown clock. Yes, it was. And over to Corinda. Corinda's saying, depends on your internet. That's correct, Corinda. And also, if you've got bad internet, may cause a delay. So there are two ways we can take this question. I took the approach to the delay between your desktop and YouTube. Okay. Thank you. Right, I can show you why as you're watching me. The difference between a good background, green screen background, and a perfect green screen background is having a green screen. Yeah, that's a foldable green screen, $60, green on this side, blue on the other. You get it from Amazon, like most things. That's the first thing you've got to have. The other thing you need is side lights. I've got a soft box on either side of me, pointed at a wall in front of me. I've got reflected light coming back, so that when I bring up an image on screen, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Yeah, but thank you for the comment. And we say hello to Andrew. Nice to see you. At the moment, I'd say that you use XSplit VCam or OBS or one of those. When will BeLive do chroma keys? I don't have an answer. I don't have a definitive answer for that. Anything's possible is all I can say. And Grant is saying awesome. Thank you, Grant. And Corinda's saying that the software that does the green screen. And Corinda again is saying, really, Mark. And over to Corinda. On breaking news, Grand Prix Honda is not going to be on Formula One. Right, okay. For Formula One fans in Europe, that's, well, that's, yeah, I'll put you a link in afterwards, Andrew, to the software that you can actually use. If you could let me know whether you're Windows or Mac, it does affect what I can recommend, but you can do it. The software is inexpensive, really. There are free ways of doing it, and there are paid ways. With the one I'm using at the moment, this is XSplit VCam, and it's $40 for life, one-off payment. So I can tell you how much that is. And back to Facebook user again. And Facebook user is saying, we have an issue when we play a YouTube video by itself and it stops, it freezes, even though we have good internet. Right, okay. If you're playing, are you saying you're playing it through BeLive and you just put the link in? The simplest way to play a YouTube video, as we know, is to go to Add Media, put the YouTube link in there, and it appears in your staging area, bring it up on screen. If you share a YouTube video to a Chrome tab, then I can see that there will be problems, more problems. Okay. However, if you're using YouTube and you're using directly into BeLive, then occasionally, yes, it may glitch, but very rarely. I mean, we've got shows with 4 videos on Monday afternoons. We don't have any problems, but it's something I do, and you probably do it as well. So don't take this as just me. Before every single broadcast, I switch off my computer. I switch it back on again. I go directly to Chrome and I go directly to BeLive. I do not do anything else. Computer off, computer on, Chrome, BeLive. That's it. Nothing else. If I've got anything I want in the staging area, I put it in before I go live. If I've got YouTube links, I've got 4 of those in the Monday show, I put those in before. Playing a YouTube video within your BeLive studio is better than sharing. If you could let me know a bit more, I shall see what we can do. And back to Corinda. And Corinda, any software green screen that suits you. And Corinda's recommending VCam. Okay. And Corinda again. Wow. I think we need to put more on screen on dashboard. Do you think 4 is enough or not really? Right, okay, I'll take that up with you afterwards, Corinda. 4 people on screen. Generally speaking, I just want to go with the logic of this. I'm on screen at the moment, and I've been live for 65 minutes. I've got the screen to myself for 65 minutes, and this is basically, well, it's a blast, but it's also taxing. If there are 2 people on screen, then that halves the time. So you've got 30 minutes each. If there are 4 people on screen, then it's 15 minutes each of the hour. Shows with 10 people on mean you only get 6 minutes on camera, 6 minutes speaking. So at the moment, I'm with let's have 15 minutes and 4 people on screen. Everybody gets a say. I don't know, Corinda. I don't know. It's possible. But the thing is that BeLive is bringing out new features, like we've got the live selling, and now we've got the countdown clock. It's becoming more about, not about raw power or how many people can I get on screen. It's more about how can we provide things within your studio which you will find useful. And that's where it's going, to have things which can be used and be useful. Okay, I'm trying to find out where I was. Okay, and okay. Right, so that's where I was. And over to Andrew. Andrew is saying, Ren will be live to do Chrome key. I've done that. Grant said awesome. So where was I? And okay, so last comment was Corinda. I've caught up now. I think we need to get more on screen. And thank you. You're most welcome. That's what this show is all about. That's what BeLive is all about. Just one of the things you can do is you can, during your broadcast, bring up a logo on screen and apply it. There you have it. So Corinda's saying yes. Over to Corinda again. And Corinda is saying, and the widgets, yep. We've now got widgets for notes and for the countdown clock. And you was in the comment. And over to Nick. I love the additions of live selling and countdown. That's it. That's it. What we want is things which we can use. Yeah. And over Corinda. And Corinda is saying, me too, Mick. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, there you are. There you have it. This has been my 68 minutes in Belivers. I do this show every week, Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern. It's a chance to get together, to ask questions. If I don't know the answer, then I know somebody who does, and I will go and ask. I'd like to say thank you to Nick, Corinda, Charles, Sherry, Grant, Amir, Sebastian, of course, and everybody who's watched the show and commented. I do go through all the comments, so you get a personal reply from me afterwards. Live broadcasting is the best way to network that I've ever known. I'm just so blessed to be here today, to be able to broadcast to you on BeLive. It's been my pleasure. I wish you a wonderful rest of the week. I think I am now caught up on all the comments. Thank you for watching live. If you're watching the replay, then you can still ask questions. Enjoy broadcasting on BeLive. Until we meet again, I'm live again on Thursday with Blabbing for Britain, episode 247. We've been broadcasting a live show for 247 weeks, and we've done 4 years of that on BeLive. So thank you to BeLive for that. And just coming over to a comment, and Corinda and Sherry saying, have an amazing weekend. Thank you, Sherry. Always delight when you join. Thank you. And over to Corinda. And Corinda's saying, I agree. So I'm going to X that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I will be back next week. Take care. Have fun. Enjoy broadcasting. This has been Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England.